Hey everyone, this is my Patreon proud reaction to the 10th episode of the second season of School Rumble. And last episode, we actually finished off our big old basketball arc, I guess. And it was a lot of fun getting to see all our characters essentially in a basketball anime, like a sports anime. So they all got to cut loose a little bit, jump around, bounce around, have a good time. There's much twists and turns and developments throughout the course of that game, like Tenma finally getting that special menu reward thing, whatever you want to call that, which definitely upset things a little bit. But anyway, we're into this new episode, and I watched like a second of the episode because it gets started really quickly, and apparently we're in some kind of stadium with someone named Konbanwa Rinko, as like an announcer. I'm not sure exactly what's happening. Hopefully it's an adult concert. That's kind of where my hopes are. So yeah, we'll see. So let's jump on into it. And yeah, 3, 2, 1, play. Flying as Tekka. Okay. Well, hello opening. You just kind of jumped on in there, didn't you? I'm just gonna drink some of my water. Whew, okay. I am slightly more hydrated now. Kenji rocking that jacket. I just get joy every time that kid just smacks him in the face with a toy. Of course, I can't compare the joy of just seeing that car and everything that comes with it. Oi. 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 So what's our titles? He. Okay. Now I understand perfectly what the episode will be about. Hopefully you guys picked up on that as well. Oh wow, what are you wearing? Yeah, it's not exactly made, it's more of... It almost looked magical girlish, I don't know. The color scheme is interesting, but I like it, whatever that outfit was supposed to be. Ouch. I appreciate that. You're just unlucky. I wanna watch you say, she might hate you again. What are we getting a pan up of here? Yeah, I'm paying attention to whatever you're saying. Whew. So yeah, I'm back. Actually, never mind. I'm not back at all. How am I supposed to focus on subtitles like this? This is hardly fair. Because I had the subs up top with the way I set it up. My god, that was a... It just keeps going. Is this Akira up next? It's hard to beat Harry's pose, though. But I appreciate the effort. Yeah, percentages, right. and then Tenma, she just... Her treatment seems a little bit different than the others. I can't quite put my finger on why. Somebody clearly needed another smack in the head. Oh, wow. So frilly. Yeah, I was just thinking that. Sure. We're getting some Tenma science. Seems legit to me. You tried. Harry's good at science too. Oh, none for Tenma. I mean, that's a good point, but it's kind of difficult to divide it exactly in 3. uh, I would rather not. Yeah, these guys are both probably pretty strong. Okay. This is how the men spend their time. Some chicken. Okay, so actually seems kind of confident. Hopefully the table can survive such a clash of titans. Oh, wow, that's fancy. Mahogany. Okay, now we're talking. Kenji. Ow! Well, I would say I feel bad for you, but that would be a lie. Let's be honest, you were not putting that to good use. Kenji, you gonna get in on this? Are we still on that? She even broke out the ruler. It's okay, Tenma. Oh, well, I guess that's how Kenji deals with it. Yeah, you can't argue with that. Just cut into force first and then get rid of one of them, and then bam, you got 3 even pieces. Kenji solves the problem and gets some cake. Shush, I get it. It works. Okay, we're playing a game of cards. We have a rich man, poor man. Freaking cigarettes. Don't ask me how we got to this. They almost have the same hair color, just it's so close. This is the moment I've been waiting for my entire life, says Kenji. It's less than a nickel. Yeah, that Arabian night. Like Arabian day. I suddenly want to play Aladdin, or watch Aladdin. That sounds like fun. It's like a pot, like pottery crafting, whatever you call it. Is that traveling? I feel like that was traveling. Yeah, we don't want to talk about this. This is just me, or does she look a little different? Something's obviously different. Oh, okay. That is not Tenma. Why are you pretending to be Tenma? Yeah, it's too late for that. uh, Maybe we could pick somebody better for this role. You nailed it, Tenma. uh, you do understand I'm Lala. Chan. Where are you going with this? Okay, now I get it. Don't kick out a student that wants to learn. Wow. That was a bold play. And just like that, they successfully stole Tenma. Okay. This is how we get to our card game. There we go. He seems stressed. Everything. Oh, that escalated. My bad. It's not a good look. The shirt off my back. Are blonde. I actually read that as Bond at first. Like our bond as comrades. But yeah, that's not great. Why do I make them look different too? Probably the first time I've seen Mujirou translated as a blistering. That is the most important thing from your perspective. Full house. That's how you know you're in trouble. And there you go. Oh, oh no. Well, that could have gone better. Oh, here's a pottery class. Well, let's not give up. Well, getting a little close there, Ghost Katasuma. It's almost just like a reference to something specific. I mean, it almost reminds me of the Gohan Goku Kamehameha Cell battle scene. If I had to compare it to something. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to worry about you, Tenma. Like more than usual. Wow, she's been busy. One-chan, let's just go home. Someone become a Pashiri. Yes, my lady. Whatever you demand. Well, obviously you'll cover that. It's a privilege for such an Ojo-sama. Yeah. Wow, is that how it works? Oh, okay, that's how we got to this. I guess they would hold a grudge. Or you could ask Gary to step on you. That's what I would do. We're just bouncing around real quick this episode, aren't we? White chocolate curry? If you say so. I'm not sure I'm bold enough to try that. Wow. Yeah, let's go to that. That sounds great. Kenji stepping up. Yes, if only he had a scar on his face. So I guess so. This should be fun. Oh my god, it's bubbling. My poor tongue hurts just looking at that. No, I couldn't handle that. But, you know, we got our men amongst men over here that can take it. Yeah. Yeah, it's not easy. No, Kenji, don't die. It just looks so hot, even if it's not bubbling, it still looks just... It still hurts my tongue just to look at it. This man's sweating bullets. Miko just looks extremely concerned. Oh, well... Down for the count. Kenji's still going strong. I knew my boy would do well. But... Oh no. That is a problem, actually. Really eat that directly without the... Your life is worth more than this. I'll show you what it means to be a man. It was nice knowing you, Kenji. You died as you lived. Biting off more than you can chew. Well... I should have known. If you need to go to the hospital, just let us know, Kenji. Yeah, Kenji, always the nice guy. Yes, totally. maybe a pie. Maybe like a Hershey's pie. That was so cool. I don't care if we lost Kenji. That was still a cool way to finish it off. Just chugging all that just burning liquid-ish stuff like a man. I think Tenma was plenty impressed, so don't worry about it. But, you know, I could use some water right now. Yeah, Kobayashi Yu as Lala. I can't remember if I ever confirmed that or not, but yeah, it definitely sounded like her. It's already past 11 o'clock. I'm recording extremely late today, so if I seem a bit more tired or out of it than usual, that would be why. Bum, bum, bum. Okay, we're back at this. Wow, okay. How did that come to be? Wig. It's so weird having her whisper her name because she usually yells it. Now bird? What the heck kind of name is that? Hopefully it's at least a nice bird. Yeah, that was concerning voice. We made a mistake coming here. Yeah, let's go home. Why would you do such a thing to poor Lala? People I know just everywhere. Shibuya. Okay. I think it's just usually busy. Yeah, this is Shibuya, alright. Well, this get out of hand quick. This is a weird place. We should go home. Anybody want to help? Here we go. Yeah, I mean, they're both really strong, so they might be able to handle it. Even if they are outnumbered by a lot. But, yeah, this is great. Just gonna see them, like, tag team. Just an epic, large-scale brawl. Mid of Shibuya. That is how you become a legend. Literally back-to-back now. And that brings us to this. Okay, it all makes sense now. Quote-unquote. Lala became the queen of Shibuya. And even started a trend. Girls Be Ambitious is what that was a parody of, right? I think. That's unfortunate. Well, it was an adventure either way. But, okay. I mean, I was wondering if they would ever bring back what happened in the very beginning of the episode. But it turns out they waited until the very end of the episode to actually expand on that at all. But at least they did. At least they did. Now, what was our episode titles again? Yeah, he. Like, all joking aside, I'm not exactly sure what to make of that. I mean, it was a very chaotic episode, I think even more so than usual. Like, it felt like we were just bouncing from place to place really quick. It was very fast-paced. Sometimes I wasn't quite sure what was going on. And we had an outfit from Yakima, which I don't think we've seen her wear before. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure she just used like a more typical French maid kind of outfit, I think. Or maybe it was a cat girl outfit, I don't know. I'm tired. Things are starting to blend together in my head. But I still don't think we've seen her wear that before. But yeah, not too long after that, we were having like a study session, I guess. Like, again, we just kind of jump into these things. But we're having a study session. And a parfait in the middle of the table, which Tenma was going to try to sneak a bite and then gets attacked for it. So, I guess because Miko's just so considerate of her friend's weight, I guess that's what it's supposed to be. Like, it was just a very confusing little scene to kind of just jump into. But it got to a whole discussion on it. And I kind of probably should actually read what they were talking about now, because I couldn't before. I do remember Tenma throwing shade at Miko for way more than her. Yeah, you always eat more than I do. It's because she burns more calories, I think, though. How many kilos you weigh? Yeah, then she brings up the height difference. I did kind of catch that part. Mine all comes from muscle. It weighs more than flab. Technically not true. They say that a lot, but it's just that muscle is more dense than fat. They weigh. The weight's not any difference. But yeah, we got Miko just wearing this full-on, like, Brazilian swimsuit, I think it's called. Which she looks pretty good in. Even to kind of enjoy her general kind of pose. Thought it worked pretty well, although Aries' pose was best pose. Let's compare who's the heaviest. Yeah, it was, for a second I thought we were going to be like, you know, I would be able to actually focus on the conversation at that point. But no, they actually, what turned out to be that what was happening was they were actually taking turns showing each other girls in these sort of imagination sequence swimsuit kind of photo shoot things. I don't know exactly what you call it, but I appreciated it, that's for sure. Yeah, they kind of whispering to her. Because I guess I didn't want anyone else to hear, but man, just look, Airy, Airy. Like, I know you can't see what I'm seeing on my screen because I don't show it, but if you watch the episode, you know what I'm talking about. Just Airy, that is what Airy is. I think that makes it clear enough. And then we got Akira, who also looked pretty good. So yeah, the whole conversation just basically, yeah, body weight types, what you eat, heights, differences, that kind of thing. So nothing too important. The road to beauty is a very steep one. %of children whose parents are fat will also be obese. Sad reality there. And then we had like one final shot with Tenma, which just had a very different feel to it than the other three, which were supposed to be, which came across as like, you know, sexy, whereas Tenma's just comes across as Tenma. You know, Tenma being silly. I mean, she looked great in her swimsuit, don't get me wrong. It was just more, like, playful, you know, if that makes sense. I don't know the best way to describe it, but it was just, you know, more silly. Which is to be expected, because it's freaking Tenma, you know. Tenma's Tenma at the end of the day. And then Tenma with the science with the cake, that was honestly pretty great. And then Kenji coming in at the last second to solve the problem by putting it into fourths first, eating a piece, and then giving them the other thirds, which sort of solved the problem if you don't overthink it too much. And also had arm wrestling. Not much to say about that, but, you know, Imadori being in pain is always a good time. And then we had our card game. Yeah, they did a decent amount of that in the episode too, like little immediate res kind of thing, so they show you something and they show you how you get to it. Like, they did that with a card game, and it turned out to just be this big old thing where they came to get Tenma back because Class 2D trying to take Tenma, and yeah, the Karasuma thing, the pottery thing, all this is kind of tied together, and eventually it ends up with like gambling with all the girls, you know, like the blonde, as they said. Yeah, let's not trade away our Eri, please. Like, don't do that. But that was a pretty amusing sequence. I definitely liked what's his face? Togo, was that who that was? Who was talking to the teacher, gave this big old spiel about, hey, why did you become a teacher? Could you really just discard a student that was here to learn and all that? That was pretty funny too. Yeah, but as I said, Tennant transferred to 2D, and then at lunch break, ... Just doesn't continue after the dots. Tragic. But yeah, that was that. Then we had this odd sequence with Emma doing the pottery stuff, and then having this sort of transparent ghost-like Karasuma behind her, like supporting her and helping her do her work, which seemed to work pretty well. I mean, by the time Yakima found her, she just had all this stuff that she made: a lamp, a freaking dresser, a mirror, a chair. Just so many things as she's just sitting there by herself in this room at night, whispering to a Karasuma that's not even there. That's the kind of thing that makes you worry about your sister, I'm pretty sure. But she was having fun. Can't complain. But yeah, like I said about, kind of jumping into things and being a little bit confusing, the next case of that was this, when we were having, Kenji and Hanai both being kind of like scolded and bossed around by Akira and Eri. And of course, if you're a smarter person than me, you probably could have put 2 to 2 together and realized what was going on there, but I didn't, so I was a little bit confused until they explained it to me. Although, the situation felt very fitting for Eri, that kind of Ojo-sama talking down to you, giving you orders, kind of thing. It fit her archetype a little bit, so, I guess it wasn't too confusing in that regard, but it was a thing. And then we had this big old eating contest thing where some people were trying to eat this super hot, and I do mean super hot, like bubbling, boiling magma curry. And it was a pretty heated competition, you might say. Much sweating happened, some collapsing, Kenji just chugging the hot part of it just all at once in one desperate attempt to have victory to impress Tenma. And in the end, somebody else won. Like, what was her name? What was that Satsuki was her name? The one girl. I'm still working on... Yeah, Satsuki. I'm still working on the new names. Probably will be forever. But it was a nice little moment there at the end with Tenma and Kenji being like, maybe I'll win next time, That was kind of nice. Then at the very end, we actually got back to the cheering crowd sort of thing, and we got all the explanation we needed. It was Lala. She went to Shibuya for a haircut, I guess, because she messed it up doing it herself, and obviously we weren't gonna let Himadori fix it. That just wasn't gonna happen. So we went over there and just got into this big old brawl. I don't know a lot about Shibuya, but I do know it's a bit of a interesting place. So I mean, I do get some prefectures kind of mixed up in my head, really, because I know there's Shibuya. There's wow, I'm actually blanking on the other prefectures. I know a decent amount of them, but it's just not coming to me. Not coming to me right now. Oh, there's that one that the one enemy was based off of, but I should at least be able to remember that one. But I'm not, sorry, that's a dead end. Let's just move on. We just had this big old brawl with Lala and Ichijo, which was great to watch, because these are like 2 of our best fighting females in the show, and they're also got a cool rivalry going, so seeing them like back-to-back fight in a big old group, I kind of live for that kind of thing, honestly, so that was pretty great. Playing as Tekka, and had the CD, but I guess it didn't sell well, so just kind of didn't go too well in the end, but it was quite the adventure. I'd say it was an experience worth having. I think that's safe to say. Yeah, chaotic but fun episode, I guess I would call it. Even if I was confused a little bit here and there, it was a good time. Everybody was having a lot of fun. Got some decent shots of the females as well, in those swimsuits. So any episode that has that, I really can't complain too much, right? So, and Yakima wearing that amazing magical girl-ish, borderline-ish maid outfit thing that she had. But anyway, that's all I really got to say on the episode, so let's just hit that outro button now. Thank you for watching, and a special thanks to Cnouki and Ryan for supporting the channel. If you enjoyed this video, I hope you consider clicking the like button and leaving a comment, because that's a great and easy way to let me know that people want more. If you want to do something big to help the channel, you can support me on Patreon and get nice benefits like early access to certain videos. See you next time.